This is a review of the JG AUG or AUG, the A3 model. First off, I bought this on eVike because Airsoft GI was out of stock after their JG sale. The gun in the box, which is upstairs, I'm not going to worry about getting it, comes with the gun, a high cap magazine. It's like 430, 470 rounds, something like that. I don't know. The Magpul foregrip and the Airsoft GI scope do not come with it. It just comes with the magazine, the gun. It comes with a battery, 1100 milliamp, 8.4 volt mini, with a dumb charger, which I don't have down here. It also comes with an unjamming rod. First off, you might notice mine does not have the orange tip on it. I'll show you, I removed it. Here's what's left of it after I removed it. Basically what I did was, this was screwed on still. Well, basically that was still screwed on all the way down. Then this was on top, finishing it off. Right, and then this bit was on the front of it. So it was like that, but this was screwed all the way on, so it was a little further down. Anyway, all I did was take a, first off you have to remove an Allen key, hex screw, whatever you want to call it. There's a hole in there, you just have to remove it. It should be on the bottom when you get it. Remove that first. Then what I did is, well, all this was on here, blah blah blah, whatever. Took a bandsaw. You can see I cut it across about this, like halfway down the threads. I cut it with a bandsaw. The only problem was I wasn't very careful, so I knackered up. I basically destroyed the threads on here. They still work fine, but on some parts of it they're pretty chewed up. Yeah, they still work fine. So I cut it off, I cut the front part all the way around. Like, I rotated the gun, you can see there's a cut all the way around. Then I used just a butter knife and just put it in the crack and just sort of pried it forward gently. It cracked apart real easily. After that, only this little ring here was left, and it still wouldn't screw off. So I just took the bandsaw and I cut in from the front up here like this, and removed this top shaving right here. That way it wasn't a full circle, and from there I was able to unscrew it. So the whole process took less than 10 minutes. It was pretty easy. Just, if you do that way, you gotta be really careful that you don't screw up your threads like I did. Moving right along. The gun shoots, mine shot 440, pretty much exact, with .2s out of the box, and about 395, 400 with .25s. Yeah. Since then I've put a metal spring guide in it, as it comes with a plastic one. It also has now a Magic Box M120 irregular pitch spring instead of the stock spring. So now it's shooting about 425 to 435, so not as low as I was expecting it to drop, but it's shooting about 10 FPS less, basically, now with .2s and about 15 less now with .25s than it did stock. The battery compartment is very small. All you have to do is move this butt plate. It's in there. I have a 7.2 or 7.4 volt Lipo in it right now, 20C1. I wouldn't use an 11.1 Lipo with it, just because I don't think the internals are that strong. Also, when I took it apart and put it back together, I took the MOSFET and put it behind the battery holder, or the battery backplate that hides the gearbox. So this part, I'm not sure if you guys can see that, sorry. Yeah. This stick 7.4 volt Lipo will fit, but I had to bend the wires from the top, pushed them off to the side, and I was able to fit it in nicely. But yeah, regular 7.4 volt Lipo like this shape should fit fine. I've got some of those ordered actually right now. But yeah, if you guys can see this, there's a little holder here so that the 8.4 volt fits in and it holds it perfectly. If you want, you can cut that off. It doesn't do anything. I really found no need to. It's just a waste of time since I fit what I needed to fit in there. But like I said, I moved the MOSFET behind this battery plate. It comes out, or when you get it, it will be in front of it and take up more batteries compartment room, which is no good because it's extremely difficult to get even the regular battery in there. Alright, so the back of the gun from here down is all plastic. It's not the lowest quality, but it's not the highest quality plastic. I wouldn't want to drop it just because it's so heavy too. All the rail system up here is metal, so it's not completely front heavy, but overall it is it's about, probably center is about here for the weight, just because the gearbox is so far back. Where was I going next? I'm not going to go into disassembly too much, but basically there's a little push thing here. Just push it forward. The entire front side's off. Guess there was a bat or BB in there. That reveals hop up, outer barrels under here, and goes through there. There's enough disassembly videos. I don't need to do that. So back here or up front, you have a charging handle, which can be pushed up once it's pulled all the way back. It can be pushed up to lock. It's kind of jerky. Doesn't feel very high quality. Oh well. Back here, once you pull that back, you can see the hop-up adjustment inside there. It's also ambidextrous. This cover comes off. You can move it to either side, but you can adjust the hop-up from either side. There are very long rails in the front, or on top. There's an extremely long rail. In the front, 1, 2, and 3 rails. This side, the right side of the gun, is shorter than the left side, only because it has the realistic gas release, whatever thing. Not too worried about it. Right here is the safety. It's got a white dot for safe. Just push it in. It'll come out the other side, and there's a red dot there. This can be pushed all the way out, so be careful. Same with the pin to release the body. That can also be pushed all the way out. You can put them back in. I've taken them all the way out before and put them back in. So that's not too big of a deal. They shouldn't fall out on you during use or anything. So yeah, there's not much in terms of writing or anything on the gun itself. There's, I guess, a serial number right here, and in that same spot on the other side it just says made in China. So yeah, I have to say I was expecting more with this gun. Actually, wait. Continue going on with that. There are metal sling mounts in the front and the back. I've heard you can move it so that the sling mount sits on this other side. I'm not totally sure how to do that, but I've heard you can. On mine, for some reason, probably because I torqued it with the hacksaw, the outer barrel and inner barrel aren't exactly lined up with the rail system. I don't know if you can see that, but they're kind of like off center. I don't know. I don't think it's really affecting it at all. Yeah, the entire gun weighs over 8 pounds, especially once you add a scope and everything to it. So it's pretty heavy. You're probably going to want to upgrade it to like a DMR or something that you're not going to be running around with in the field. So it's probably not going to be your primary weapon, plus it shoots pretty hot for most fields, especially since it has the full auto. Let's see. Oh yeah, I have to say the threads on the front, 14 millimeter counterclockwise. I forgot to mention that before. You got magazine release in the back here, just behind the mag well. I guess we'll go outside and shoot it. I'm not gonna show a video of the Chrono with it because I already have one up when it was stock. I think when it was stock, yeah. And it basically shoots the same feet per second now. Magazine, it's not bad. It wobbles a little bit. Magazine wobbles a little bit when it's in there. It doesn't affect the feed or anything too much. It feeds great. Can empty the entire mag with just a couple full wind-ups, so it's not bad. Doesn't feel very durable, I'll say that. So yeah, I have some mid caps on order, so probably won't be using that too much longer. The gun itself, when put together, has very little wobble. You won't even notice. Like mine is a tiny bit amount. So small I don't even notice it if I'm moving around or carrying it or anything. So yeah, let's go outside and you can see how this thing shoots, how it sounds. Can't say I was expecting too much from it. It was a JG, but I still can say pretty easily that I was disappointed with its performance. Alright. Okay. That pull out there is probably 50 feet away, let's see, it's right below my finger. There's a pole, a light pole with a bug zapper thing on it. That pole is about 3 to 4 inches in diameter, and probably about 50 feet away. the gate way back here. There's our pool heater. Right behind it is a gate back to like a wood pile. That's probably about 75 feet away. I don't know how well I'm judging the distances, but I think they're about that far away from here. I've got .2s or .25s in it right now, so I'm going to shoot at the pole, see how well it does. So not too bad at that distance. The hop up and the barrel are what's killing it. So I'm going to upgrade those. Those are the whole reason why why I was disappointed in this gun. The BBs curve left and to the right, and they're not consistent very much at all. The hop up is so numb, like it's sad, really. Like, you have to turn it so far to get it to do anything, and even then, like, it's on too high for my .25s, and even when I turn it all the way down, it's too low. Like, if I try to adjust it, I don't know, it never seems to adjust correctly to where I need it to be, and it takes forever to adjust it. What I do like, though, 7.4 Lipo, probably about 75% charge, 50 to 75%. Decent rate of fire for how hard it shoots. No complaints there, really. I haven't had it jam at all on me, which is another good thing. Let's see. So yeah, if you get this gun, I highly suggest upgrading the plastic spring guide to a metal one. I did a shim job with a professional at a local airsoft store, so you could probably do with reshimming the gears. I mean, they're not terrible when you get them, but with how hard it shoots, I really don't want to take any chances because the gearbox is really frustrating me trying to get it back together. Probably max distance with .25s, 150 to 200 feet. Well, now the BBs are curving right. The other days they were curving left. Oh well. Anyway, yeah, if you get this gun, definitely upgrade the hop-up and the barrel so you don't have the BBs going everywhere. Overall, let's see, what would I rate it? Actually, before I get to that, I'm sure, as most of you know, it has a dual stage, I guess you could say, trigger. It's one pull, like half pull for semi-automatic, full pull for fully automatic. So you don't have to do any selector switches, it's just safety and no safety. So I actually do like that, though. I love that feature. It makes it so easy. And in my unboxing video, you may have seen I said I didn't feel like it had much of a difference between half pull and like full pull, like no real set, like you couldn't really feel how far to pull it. I think I'll change that now. You can feel where to stop. You get used to it very quickly, I'll say that. I do like that, I do. Okay, overall, build quality. For the price, the build quality, it's not bad. It's not great. Probably 7 out of 10. Definitely feet per second, how it shoots. 10 out of 10. That's going to be too hot for most people. However, the barrel and the hop up are what kills the range on this gun. It would be a great sniper because it's got the 509mm barrel in it, inner barrel, because of the bullpup design. So I'm torn on it, really. I feel like I'll love this gun once I get it upgraded to completion, but for right now I'll probably give it, for the price, like a 7 out of 10. I'm sorry if I left some stuff out, but I got out of school earlier and I gotta work tonight and I'm kind of tired, so kind of all over the place right now. So yeah, if I left some stuff out, I'll try to put it in the description. If you have a question, just comment. And should you get this gun? It depends. If you're looking for a gun that you can to upgrade to make it like a DMR something, it's not a bad gun. It has a MOSFET. You can use Lipo in it. I would recommend only 7.4 volt ones. I don't know how well it would do. It'd probably strip the piston if you used 11.1. Yeah, the disabling the full auto should be pretty easy. You just cover up a metal plate with some tape or something, so that shouldn't be too hard. For a field, it's kind of heavy. If you're looking for close quarters combat, it's definitely not that. It's a little too long for that. Better off with a P90 or a G36. For field, it's not bad. I still, like I said, would suggest upgrading the inner barrel and the hop up before really playing with it, though. So yeah, it just depends. If you're willing to upgrade it, it's not too hard to take apart. The gearbox is kind of a pain to get back together because the spring likes to pop everything out. But other than that, it's not too bad to upgrade. Pretty easy, really, especially for the barrel and the hop up. From what I've seen in other videos, I haven't done it yet. But yeah, sorry, I've been repeating myself quite a bit. Thanks for watching. I have a G36, the Matrix Custom, that's Lipo ready. It's the 400 feet per second one from e-Vike. I'm going to be getting that in the next week or so. So I'm going to try and get a review up of that too. But yeah. Thanks for watching.